Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Just want to let you know about the Ubering I did over the Saturday. First I went to, I don't know, maybe about 10 blocks away from my house. Picked up this Hispanic guy, and as soon as he gets in the car, I'm asking him, did you just get finished smoking some weed? He was like, no. I said, oof, that smell is just so strong. And he was like, yeah, I don't do it. I stopped about a year ago, but his roommates do it. And it's like he should tell his roommates to go outside so that scent is not on his clothes and it won't be in the car. But oh well, it was what it was. And so I dropped him off in Westwood. One of his friends had to get eye surgery, so he picked up his car and drove him home. So that was nice of him. Some people just aren't that nice, you know. Even though you have friends, we all have some kind of friend that we can trust and drive and stuff. So that's nice that somebody actually allowed him to do something nice like that for him. Then after I got to Westwood, I received another request. And so I picked up these two ladies. First, I picked up one lady, then I picked up another lady, and they were dressed very nice. They were going to have an expo, I guess, at the Montage of Beverly Hills, and it just so happened that I want to say around October or November of 2015, I received a coupon for a meal for two for $200, and I don't know why I didn't go, but I guess because I didn't have money at the time. And she was like, "Oh, you should go. They have some very good food there." And I was like, "Okay, I guess maybe next time I'll be able to afford to go get me a nice meal from that hotel." But we happened to be talking about. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna. My son got me a massage and a mud pack for my birthday." And she was like, "Oh, that's nice. When are you going to go on your vacation?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go on my vacation. It's in about 2 weeks." She was like, "Oh, that'll be nice." She was like, "When I was on vacation, I went to the Ellen show." I said, "What?" I said, "I've been trying to go to the Ellen show for like 3 or 4 years now. I kind of like gave up now." She was like, "Yeah, a friend of mine had some tickets and I went and she gave us a lot of nice stuff." I said, "Yeah, that's where I like to go." She said it was the 12 Days of Christmas. I said, "Yep, that's the one I wanted to go to." She said, "Yeah, we went there. It was nice." I said, "Wow." I said, "Well, when I had a vacation back in November, I went to the Real live taping, and they gave us 2 tickets to a casino resort in Indio and some. I went to the Jimmy Kimmel live show. All we got there was a free concert of Future, so that was nice." She was like, "Oh, okay." And then next thing you know, I dropped them off. So then after I left there, I didn't. I was thinking, do I want to get more requests in this area or do I want to go more east? Then I said, nah, just keep it on. So then I got another request from somebody from Fairfax. Dropped him off in Hollywood. He was in. Oh, he had an Audi also, and that's kind of strange to me because since I have an Audi, I seem to get a lot of Uber XL requests where people already have the Audi and they just don't want to drive their car for whatever reason. He was telling me he was going to a bar and he don't want to be driving under the influence, which makes a lot of sense on why they have these services for people. So, and then he gave me like a card of his. He's a comedian, so he has a comedy acts tonight at 9 o'clock. So, well, I don't know if I'll be going there because I got to go to work tomorrow. Then I picked up this couple, this black couple, from Roscoe's in Hollywood off of Gower. Dropped them off at the Magic Castle, and I can kind of hear his voice, and it sounded like he was from the South. So I was like, "Well, where are you from?" And he said, "I'm actually from North Carolina, but they actually live in San Jose." And then I was like, "Oh wow, really?" Now the funny thing about that was I have a cousin that goes to San Jose State, and I was like, "Oh," and he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I live about 10 minutes away from there." I was like, "Oh, okay. That's pretty cool." So then I said, I picked up this Caucasian guy from Hollywood, dropped him off somewhere off of Melrose to a restaurant. He said he likes to help out his friend on his days off. I was like, that's pretty cool. And the good thing about it is, well, I'm not a vegetarian, but he said it's a vegetarian and natural restaurant. So it's good information to tell somebody else. You know, so, and I have no idea what the name of the place was. That's funny, huh? Alrighty, so then I went to the Parc de Brea area and picked somebody up and dropped them off at the Shrine Auditorium. It was a couple. Now, the funny thing about that was when we were talking about going different places, I asked them if they were going to the Cyclavia that was in the valley, and they were like, yeah, our son, they have two daughters, one's 7, one is 10 or 5, something like that. And they mentioned that this is the first time that they actually will be able to ride their bikes because previously the kids been riding, you know, little scooters and stuff. And it's good to see kids when they're young and they're learning how to do things basically on their own. So I was happy for them and telling them about, you know, I went to the Cyclavia a couple of years ago, and actually me and my son got stuck trying to cross because I was trying to take him to work when he worked at Santa Monica Pier from Playa Vista area where we used to work at, where we used to live. So we kind of had something in common right there. Then I turned the app off, and oh no, I didn't. Then on 28th Street, I picked somebody up, a couple, dropped them off at the LA Live. Now, while I was downtown, after I dropped that couple off at LA Live, I got another response from a request from the Renaissance Hotel right across from the Staples Center. And I picked up these two ladies that are actually from Switzerland, but they happen to go to college out here. And they've been out here for a couple of months. And she happened to tell me that she got an Uber request early around 2 o'clock. The guy dropped her off in Skid Row, which is where all the homeless people are. They have tents, it's dirty, they got drug people down there. She was so scared. I don't blame her. I'd probably be scared too. But thank God it wasn't at night because that's even worse. That's when people be trying to chase you down and jack you and all that kind of crazy stuff. So she was telling me she got another Uber person to take her out of the area. Thank God that she was able to get away from that. And I'm glad that I happened to come and pick her up and take her to Brentwood to her area of her house. So that was pretty nice of me because that's my job. Then when I was in Brentwood, I got another request from a couple and dropped them off a little bit down the street. Right down the street from University High School, the high school I happen to go to. The crazy thing is, for the past 2 weeks, I've been going to the same area of uni. Isn't that crazy? And I've been out of school for, 30 years now? So, you know, that's pretty cool to be able to see my school once again. Then I picked up a couple that was going to, well, actually what I wound up doing was I turned off I went offline so I could get back on the west side, closer in to east of the 405 freeway because it was starting to rain. So then I picked up this couple that actually was going to an art festival. They came from Palms to West LA. Then, when I got over there, I got another request close to the Westside Pavilion. This Caucasian boy, he said he was too old to party, and I picked him up down there from Islands off of Pico. And he said, you know what, it's 8 o'clock, it's time for me to go back to my house and chill, because I'm off this weekend. He wants to be able to stay home and relax, and I don't blame him. Because I stopped partying about 16 years ago. Was it about 16 years ago, actually. No, maybe about 10 years, now I'm in my 40s, but partying is just really not for me. It's just too dangerous nowadays. So I dropped him off down there in Culver City, close to Tito's Tacos. I was asking him, have you ever been there? He was like, yeah, they have some good tacos. I said, yeah, they do. And I didn't realize that every time I passed by there, there's always at least 20 people in line. And you're lucky if you see less than that. Must be when they're first opening up. So after I dropped him off, I got another request from Culver City to Mid City. A black girl. She looked like she was maybe Puerto Rican. I don't know. She went to Mid City area, and she happened to be having some boxes, and she was just telling me about her experience of she gets on the bus with them, and I said, well, I'm glad they have Uber because now you can get there and don't have to worry about having too many boxes on the bus because sometimes people got to do what you got to do in order to get home to get stuff packed up so you can move somewhere better, closer or farther away, who knows. So I was like, yeah, I was telling her about my experience with buses because I'm a driver. And about the baby stroller because a lot of people don't know that if you get on the bus with a stroller and it's open, that's a fine of $900. And she was like, really? She said, that's probably why people be complaining about it. I said, yeah, you can't have it open, but it has to be closed and baby can't be in it. She was like, oh, yeah, I know. She said, yeah, some drivers won't even tell you, but that ticket is $900. She was like, well, thank you, because I won't be doing that ever again. Then I picked up, I don't know, I can't remember. So then I came across these two girls. Reminds me of when I was growing up in the 80s with the little mod hat and the little buttons on stuff. And we had that going on back in the 80s, and they were dressed the same way. And the funny thing about that was, I happened to ask them, every time somebody gets in the car, I ask them what kind of music they like to listen to. And I said, because I listen to hip hop, and one of the girls was like, the black girl was like, oh, I don't listen to rap. And I said, well, what would you like to listen to? And she was like, how about some rock? I said, oh, you want to hear K-Rock? And she was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I said, okay. So I changed it. It was some music that I can get along with. So I dropped them off in Lincoln Heights. And then when I was in that area, I was like, well, I don't want to really go east. I want to come back, kind of try to stay close to my area that I'm familiar with. So I don't get lost. So I dropped him off about 10 blocks away, and he was asking me about how does Uber work and how do we get paid. And I said, well, it goes from their credit card to our bank account. And he was like, oh, okay, I don't know. I was starting to get nervous. I was kind of thinking maybe he was about to try to jack me or something because he was asking weird questions. So I was like, whew, I was glad he was out the car. I said, you going to a party? He said, yeah, I'm going to a kickback. He looked like he was between, I don't know, 16 and 21. Could have been older than that. Well, turned off the app and came back over to the city over the hill of the 5 freeway going towards downtown. Then I sat and no one came out. So, I got another request. And it was crazy because it was somewhere off Adams and 11th Ave. I get over there, I'm sitting, and that's the thing about the Uber app. It doesn't have a countdown like Lyft has. Lyft has a countdown for 2 minutes. If people don't come out to the car in 2 minutes, then you automatically cancel it and you automatically get $5. Where Uber, you're just sitting there waiting, and I guess basically when you get tired of waiting, then you click on the app and it says cancel, no show. So then still I get $5, but they don't even have a countdown, which they need to add. So after I left there, I got another request from this guy from Lafayette Square, dropped him off in Hollywood, and in the as soon as he get to the car, I noticed he had on some glowing shoes. The bottom of his soles glow, so they're different colors, so it's awesome. He said a friend of his had created them or made them, something like that. I don't know, but they're pretty cool. And he was from Baltimore, Maryland. So when we had a Uber pool, which is a request that comes through for us to pick up somebody else that's going in the same direction that he's going in Hollywood. I picked up these two guys. They were gay. I don't know why they were talking about. You could tell they were drunk. And they were just like fussing at the guy in the front, which the guy in the front wasn't even saying anything to him, but he was fussing, talking about don't judge us, don't judge us. And we're trying to figure out, what are you talking about? We ain't gonna judge nobody because we don't even know you. But he was screaming in my ear, and I was like, can you, like, lower your voice just a little bit? See, this is why I don't like picking up drunk people. Because half the time, they probably don't remember what they were talking about the day before. And then they're so drunk, they're so excited that they're screaming in somebody's ear. So, you know what? Don't like it. I almost don't like this Uber X pool thing. So, then after that, let me see. My last one, I was in Hollywood. I picked up this lady and these two guys, and I picked them up from some bar off of Cahuenga. Dropped them off about 10 blocks away. I don't even know what street it was, but it was close to a bookstore off of Fountain. And as soon as she gets in the car, she says, "Oh, I gotta pee." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, just don't pee in the car." She was like, "Why? Isn't this white proof seat?" I said, "No, it's white proof. It's wiper proof seat, but that don't mean I need you peeing in my car. Let alone piss. It's a terrible smell. It takes a long time to get rid of. I know people have done it on the bus plenty of times, or somebody smell like they just did it. I don't know." But anyway, yeah, she was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it." And I'm just like, "Please, just don't do it." So once again, those are the little stories I have from doing my Uber XL over on Saturday. And I just want you to like my page. Hopefully, leave a comment if you have any questions. If you're interested in signing up to be a driver, the link will be below. Share on your social media, and once again, subscribe to my channel. And thanks for checking me out. Deuces.